Welcome to the Sleepy Geographer channel, a quiet corner where the inner world of your body unfolds slowly, fact by fact, cell by cell. Tonight, the story waiting for you is not of distant landscapes, but of the one closest to you. It's the story of the quiet, constant work of cellular regeneration. The gentle, unseen process where your body mends, replenishes, and renews itself, moment by moment, while you rest. Before we begin, I'd love to know where you are listening from this evening. Perhaps you're already curled up in bed, the day's weight slowly easing from your shoulders. Or maybe you're settled into a favorite chair, finally allowing the stillness to settle in. Wherever you are, whatever today held for you, your body is already beginning its most important work, the work of restoration. If you find comfort in these quiet journeys inward, I'd be so grateful if you could gently tap the like button and subscribe. To those who are already subscribed, thank you kindly. You are the steady, calming pulse at the heart of this channel, and a small reassurance
as we drift into the world of biology tonight.
I do hope this exploration of your inner workings is not so fascinating that it keeps you awake. But if it does, at least you will slip into tomorrow with a new appreciation for the silent, peaceful labor that sustained you through the night. So, let us begin. Let us turn our attention away from the noise of the outside world and inward to the quietest of workshops, the one that operates without a single sound. Deep within you, right now, as you listen to the sound of this voice, as you feel the soft pressure of your blanket, as you take a slow, deep breath, your body is not still.
It only appears to be.
Beneath the surface of your skin, within the profound quiet of your being, a magnificent and gentle industry is underway. You are, in a very real sense, being remade, not in a sudden, dramatic way, but with a patience that makes the growth of mountains look hurried. This is the process of cellular regeneration. It is the body's way of maintaining itself, of healing from the tiny, invisible wear and tear, of simply being alive. Every breath you take brings in oxygen that is used and creates minute byproducts that are cleared away. Every step you took today created microscopic stresses in your muscles and bones. Every thought you had was a flurry of electrical and chemical activity that consumed energy and required cleanup. And now, as you rest, the cleanup and reconstruction begins. Think of it not as a frantic factory, but as a peaceful, dimly lit workshop. There is no clanging of metal, no shouting of orders. Instead, imagine the soft, purposeful movement of countless craftspeople, each knowing their role, each working by the soft glow of their own lanterns. They are not in a rush. Their work is the work of ages measured in the slow, steady rhythm of your own heartbeat. In this workshop, there are weavers. These are the cells that spin new proteins, threading them together to repair the tiny tears in your muscle fibers, making them stronger, ready for the morning. There are masons. These are the cells that drift through your bloodstream, patching the walls of tiny blood vessels, ensuring that the river of life within you flows smoothly to every distant shore, your fingertips, your toes, the quiet corners of your brain. There are custodians. These are the cells that move through your tissues with a soft, silent broom, sweeping away the debris of the day's metabolic processes, the spent chemicals and worn-out parts, clearing the space for something new and fresh to be built. This work is constant, but it is not uniform. It happens in shifts, in waves, dictated by a gentle, innate rhythm. The most profound shift, the night shift, is just beginning for you now. As your conscious mind begins to quiet, as your breathing deepens and slows, a signal is given. It is not a loud alarm, but a soft chemical whisper that flows through your entire system. It is the signal that says, the world is safe, the day is done. Now we repair. This is the essence of regeneration. It is a story of quiet replacement, of letting go of what is old and worn, and welcoming what is new and whole. It is a process of such fundamental peace that your body knows to engage it most fully only when you are at your most peaceful, in deep, restful sleep. The materials for this great work are simple and already within you. The water you drank today is now being used to plump up new cells to fill them with life. The nutrients from your meals are being broken down into their smallest parts. Amino acids like tiny bricks, lipids like soft mortar, sugars like flickering candles providing the energy for the work ahead. There is no need for you to direct this process. You need not consciously tell a single cell to divide or a single protein to fold. You need only to provide the conditions for it to happen.
And the most important condition is rest.
By simply lying here, by letting go of the day, by allowing your mind to grow quiet and your body to grow heavy, you are giving the workshop the signal to begin its most important work. So, as we prepare to explore the specific rhythms of this renewal in the chapters to come, let this first thought be a gentle anchor for your mind tonight. Your body is not a static thing. It is a flowing river, a quiet workshop, a landscape in a state of constant, peaceful, and gentle change. You are in every moment being cared for by the most diligent and silent of caretakers, yourself. There is nothing you need to do. There is nowhere you need to go. Your only task for tonight is to rest and to allow the quiet work to continue unimpeded. So let your next breath be a slow, deep sigh of permission. Let go of the day and trust in the workshop within. If the body is a quiet workshop, then it operates not by the frantic ticking of a clock, but by the gentle, varied rhythms of a slow and peaceful melody. Each section of this inner world has its own tempo, its own schedule for rest and renewal. There is no rush, no uniform deadline, only a natural, unhurried cadence that has been perfected over millennia. Tonight, we will listen to this melody. We will explore the rhythm of replacement, the peaceful schedules your cells follow, each in their own time. Imagine for a moment the inner lining of your stomach and intestines. This is a landscape that knows constant, gentle change. It is a surface that encounters the world in the form of food and drink, and it must be resilient. The cells here are humble, hard-working, and ephemeral. Theirs is a swift and flowing rhythm. Every 3 to 5 days, in a quiet, continuous wave, these cells complete their life cycle. They are gently shed, like autumn leaves from a silent tree, and are replaced by new ones rising from below. This is a rapid, gentle turnover, a soft rustle of activity that ensures your inner channels remain smooth, protected, and open for business, all without you ever knowing. Now, let your awareness drift to your skin, the skin you feel against your pillow, the back of your hand resting on the blanket.
This is your body's outer layer, its protective cloak.
And this cloak is being quietly rewoven thread by thread each month. The skin cells you have today are not the same ones you had last month. They have been slowly, gradually, and peacefully pushed from the deeper layers upward toward the surface.
As they rise, they become flatter, drier, until, at the very surface, they are nothing more than the faintest, most delicate dust released with a soft touch, a gentle rub, or the caress of your clothes.
You are, in the gentlest way possible, shedding your past layer by layer, making way for the new. Beneath the skin, your red blood cells are the devoted couriers of your inner world, carrying life-giving oxygen on a silent, endless journey through rivers of blood. But even these vital travelers have a finite voyage. Their rhythm is measured and steady. Once set forth from the soft, red marrow of your bones, they travel for about 120 days, 4 peaceful months of continuous flowing service. And then, with a quiet sigh, they are retired. Their components are carefully recycled in the spleen and liver, a peaceful, sustainable economy where nothing is wasted, and their essence is used to build the next generation of couriers. It is a cycle of constant, graceful replacement, a testament to the body's endless capacity for renewal and conservation. But not all rhythms are so swift. Some are slow, patient pulses that measure their work in years, not days. Consider your skeleton, the strong, silent architecture that holds you up. It may feel like a permanent, unchanging scaffold of stone, but it is alive, a living crystal. Your entire skeleton is quietly, gradually replaced over a period of about 10 years, a decade. Cells called osteoclasts move with a slow, deliberate purpose, gently carving away tiny bits of old bone. And behind them, with equal patience, cells called osteoblasts lay down new, strong bone matrix. It is a slow dance of dissolution and creation, a peaceful remodeling project that continues throughout your life, ensuring your frame remains resilient and strong. And then there are the quiet sentinels, the parts of you that last a lifetime. The neurons in the cerebral cortex of your brain, the very cells that form your thoughts, your memories, the quiet voice listening to this now. These cells are with you for the entire journey. For the most part, they are not replaced. They do not follow the rhythm of replacement, but a different, even more profound rhythm, the rhythm of care and maintenance. Instead of being swapped out, they are meticulously maintained, their connections strengthened, their health preserved. This is why the heart muscle, too, remains largely with you from birth. These are the enduring parts of yourself, the quiet constants in the ever-changing landscape of your body. Their permanence is not a burden, but a peaceful, deep-rooted stability. This is the beautiful, varied cadence of you, from the 3-day turnover of your gut lining to the monthly renewal of your skin, the 4-month journey of your blood cells, the decade-long reshaping of your bones, and the lifelong constancy of your heart and mind. There is no single schedule because there is no single need. Each part plays its role at its own pace in a symphony of serene activity. There is no competition, no hurry. The swift rhythm of the gut does not begrudge the slow, stately rhythm of the bone. They simply coexist, each contributing its own note to the harmonious whole. So tonight, as you feel the weight of your body sinking into your bed, you can imagine this gentle, internal rhythm. You are not a static being, but a collection of countless peaceful timelines, all unfolding in perfect, slow motion. The cells on your skin are nearing the end of their quiet journey. The blood in your veins is midway through its long pilgrimage. The bones that support you are in the slow, patient process of reinforcing their strength. There is nothing for you to do but to breathe and to rest. Your body knows its own rhythms.
It has its own innate, natural cadence for renewal.
Your only task is to trust in this gentle, endless, and peaceful dance of replacement. So let your breathing slow to match this inner tempo.
A slow, unhurried rhythm.
A cadence of calm. A lullaby of cellular life continuing its work as you drift towards sleep. In our journey through the body's quiet rhythms, we now come to the landscape that is most familiar to us, yet whose silent work is most easily overlooked. Your skin. The very boundary between you and the world. The surface that feels the cool side of the pillow, the gentle weight of a blanket. Tonight, we settle into the story of this protective cloak and its gentle, constant renewal. Think of your skin not as a single, static sheet, but as a living, breathing tapestry, being quietly rewoven every single moment of your life. The skin you feel today is not the skin you wore last month. It has been patiently, gradually replaced in a cycle of such serene slowness that it is utterly imperceptible. This is not a sudden transformation, but a peaceful, continuous migration. The story begins in the deepest layer of your skin, the dermis. Here, in a soft, warm darkness, new skin cells are born. They are formed with a simple, purposeful intention to journey outward. For about 2 weeks, these new cells mature, slowly filling with a sturdy, resilient protein called keratin. They are the foundation, the fresh, new threads of the tapestry. And then their gentle ascent begins. They are gradually pushed upward by the generations of cells forming beneath them. It is a slow, peaceful climb toward the surface, a journey that takes another 2 weeks.
As they rise, they change.
They become flatter. They grow drier. The life within them slowly fades, for their purpose is now a structural one, to form a tough, protective yet flexible barrier against the world. Finally, after a journey of roughly a month, they reach the very surface. They are now what scientists call corneocytes, but we can think of them more poetically as the delicate outermost layer of your past. Here, at the interface with the air, their service is complete. They are no longer living cells, but quiet, flattened scales, interlocked in a serene, protective mosaic. And then, with the gentlest of touches, they let go. The soft friction of your clothing against your arm, the warm water of a shower, the casual brush of your hand through your hair, these are not merely sensations. They are the gentle, final acts in the life cycle of a skin cell. With these faint touches, these billions of tiny spent cells are released. They become the dust that dances in a sunbeam, the harmless particles that settle on your furniture. You are, in the most peaceful way imaginable, shedding your past, particle by particle, making room for the new. This entire process, from birth in the deep to release at the surface, is a silent, month-long pilgrimage. It means that the skin you are in right now is a temporary, yet perfect garment. It is always renewing, always refreshing, always preparing for the gentle wear and tear of simply being alive. And this process is not just about replacement, it is about protection. This outer layer of spent cells, this stratum corneum, is your first and most important defense. It is a peaceful shield that keeps moisture in and the vast, bustling world of microbes out. It is a barrier that is both delicate and incredibly resilient, constantly maintained by the quiet, unseen activity below. Think of a sunbeam falling across a room, and within it you see countless dust motes drifting in a slow, graceful dance.
A significant part of that dust was once you.
It is not a sign of dirt or neglect, but a beautiful, tangible testament to this constant, gentle renewal. It is the evidence of your body's quiet, ongoing conversation with the world, a peaceful exchange of material, a soft and continuous letting go. This shedding is so effortless, so integrated into the fabric of existence that you need never think about it. You need not will your skin to renew itself any more than you need to will your heart to beat. It is a gift of automatic, serene maintenance, a promise from your body that it will always care for this most fundamental boundary. So tonight, as you lie in the quiet darkness, bring your awareness to the surface of your skin. Feel the soft texture of your sheets against your arm. Feel the gentle pressure of the mattress along your back. With every slight movement, with every slow, deep breath you take, you are assisting in this peaceful process. You are helping to release what is old and worn, making space for what is new and fresh. The skin you are in is a living testament to the passage of time, not in lines or wrinkles, but in its beautiful constant state of flow. It is a river of cells moving at a pace so slow and steady it brings a profound sense of calm. There is no need to cling to the old. There is only the gentle welcoming of the new, so let your body grow heavy, let your breathing become slow and deep. And as you drift closer to sleep, imagine this peaceful migration happening all over your body. A slow, upward journey of countless cells, a silent, monthly refresh of the very surface of your being. There is no effort required from you, only rest. Only trust in this gentle, endless, and renewing cycle. Allow yourself to be comforted by the knowledge that you are, always, being made new. As we continue our journey inward from the skin, we now descend into one of the body's most dynamic, yet deeply peaceful landscapes, the inner lining of your digestive system. If the skin's renewal is a slow, month-long pilgrimage, then the story within your gut is one of serene and rapid transformation, a quiet, constant blossoming in the warm, dark interior of your body. This is the story of a surface that knows both the world outside and the peace within. From your mouth all the way down, through the winding ribbon-like path of your intestines, your body maintains a delicate living barrier. This lining is the gatekeeper. It decides what nutrients to welcome into your bloodstream and what must be gently but firmly shown the door. It is a landscape of immense activity, and yet its renewal is a process of profound tranquility. Imagine this inner surface, not as a smooth pipe, but as a vast velvety meadow hidden from sight. This velvet is made of millions upon millions of tiny, finger-like projections called villi, and each of these villi is itself covered in even smaller microscopic projections called microvilli. This intricate, beautiful architecture creates an immense surface area, a sprawling inner world dedicated to the peaceful work of absorption. But this is a landscape that faces constant, gentle friction. It encounters the food you eat, the digestive juices you produce, and the bustling community of microbes that call you home. It is a surface that endures a soft, continuous abrasion simply by doing its job, and so its rhythm of renewal must be swift and sure. Deep in the sheltered valleys between these velvety villi at their bases lie quiet, unassuming gardens. These are the crypts of Lieberkühn, and here, in this warm, protected darkness, new cells are born. They are created with a simple, purposeful destiny to live a brief but vital life. These newborn cells begin a slow, gentle journey upward along the sides of the villi. It is a slow climb toward the summit. As they travel, they mature. They develop the ability to absorb nutrients, to communicate, to perform their duties as diligent gatekeepers. For a few short days, they serve with quiet efficiency at the front lines of your inner world. And then, having reached the peak of their tiny biological mountain, their service is complete. After a lifespan of only 2 to 5 days, they are peacefully shed. They release their hold and are carried away on the gentle, constant flow of the digestive stream to continue their journey out of your body. It is a cycle of birth, service, and release that is as natural and serene as a leaf falling from a tree in an endless, slow-motion autumn. This means the entire lining of your small intestine, that vast,
velvety meadow, is completely renewed from base to tip every single week.
Think of that. In the time it takes for a weekend to pass and a new week to begin, the entire inner surface that nourishes you has been quietly, completely replaced. It is a testament to the body's profound commitment to maintenance, to its preference for the new and functional over the old and worn. This rapid turnover is not a sign of fragility, but one of incredible resilience and peace. It is the body's way of ensuring that this critical barrier remains intact, youthful, and perfectly capable of its work. It is a process of constant, gentle healing, preemptively repairing any microscopic damage before it can become a problem. It allows you to experience the world through taste and nourishment, without bearing the scars of that encounter. All of this immense, quiet labor requires immense energy and coordination, and it is a demand that your body meets without a single conscious thought from you. The signals for this renewal are gentle chemical whispers, hormones, and local messengers that ebb and flow with the rhythm of your meals and your rest. It is a system that hums with a quiet, self-sustaining intelligence. So tonight, as you lie here in the stillness, you can bring a gentle awareness to your core, to the soft, warm center of your body. There is no need to feel any sensation, only to know that within that quiet space, a serene and rapid renewal is underway. With every beat of your heart, which sends blood to nourish those deep crypts, and with every slow, deep breath that massages your internal organs, you are supporting this peaceful process. The food you ate today has already passed through, its nutrients absorbed by cells that have now, themselves, completed their journey and been released. And already a new generation of cells is rising to take their place, ready to welcome the nourishment of tomorrow. It is a cycle of endless, quiet service, a peaceful renewal in the warm, dark center of your being. There is no struggle here, only the soft, relentless, and beautiful flow of life at its most fundamental. Your body is not just a thing that is. It is a process that is always, quietly, becoming. So let this thought comfort you as you drift towards sleep. Within you, a vast, velvety landscape is being patiently, perfectly rewoven night and day. You are being renewed from the inside out, in the most peaceful of ways. There is nothing for you to do but to rest and to trust in this gentle, rapid, and constant refresh of your inner world. Allow the quiet work to continue and surrender to the profound peace of being cared for so completely from within. From the warm, dark renewal of the gut, let us now follow the very current of life itself, upward to the place where your inner world meets the vastness of the outer air. Let us turn our attention to your lungs and the peaceful, essential cycle of renewal that happens with every breath you take. Breathing is the most rhythmic, the most automatic, and perhaps the most soothing of all our body's functions. It is a tide that ebbs and flows from our first moment to our last. And within the soft, spongy architecture of your lungs, this rhythm is mirrored by a cellular rhythm of equal calm and constancy. Imagine the structure of your lungs not as a simple pair of bags, but as an upside-down, gently branching tree suspended within your chest. The trunk is your windpipe, which divides into smaller and smaller branches, the bronchi and bronchioles, and at the very tips of the tiniest twigs there are not leaves, but millions upon millions of tiny, delicate, air-filled sacs. These are the alveoli, these are the true sites of the breath of life. They are the quiet, hidden meadows where the essential, silent exchange of gases takes place. Their walls are incredibly peacefully thin, just a single cell thick. On one side of this delicate membrane, the air you've just inhaled offers its gift of oxygen. On the other side, the bloodstream, in a constant, gentle flow, releases its cargo of carbon dioxide, a soft, metabolic sigh ready to be released. This is a landscape of profound fragility and profound peace. These delicate sacs are in direct, gentle contact with the outside world, with every dust mote, every benign molecule, every breath of cool night air. And so their maintenance must be both meticulous and serene. The cells lining these alveoli follow a rhythm of renewal that is neither as rapid as the gut's frantic week, nor as slow as the skin's patient month. It is a steady, calm pace measured over a span of several weeks. There are two main types of cells here, working in a quiet, harmonious partnership. The first are the flat, sprawling type 1 cells. They are the peaceful diplomats forming the vast, thin walls where the gas exchange itself occurs. They are delicate by design, allowing for the effortless, silent passage of life-giving gases. The second are the more rounded, diligent type 2 cells. These are the gentle custodians and the quiet architects of this inner sky. They have two deeply peaceful roles. Their first duty is to produce a vital substance called surfactant. This is a soft, soap-like film that coats the inside of each air sac. Without it, the tiny alveoli would collapse with every exhalation, their walls sticking together like wet paper. The surfactant ensures that with every breath out and every breath in, these delicate structures reinflate with ease, with a soft, effortless pop. It is the substance that makes breathing itself feel effortless, a silent gift that prevents struggle before it can even begin. But the type 2 cells have a second, equally important role. They are the peaceful reservoirs of renewal. When a delicate type sub Y cell becomes worn or damaged, it is the type 2 cell that quietly steps in. It can divide and transform, peacefully giving rise to a new, fresh type 1 cell, ready to take its place in the majestic, gaseous exchange. It is a system of quiet backup, a promise of repair woven into the very fabric of your lungs. And then there are the silent guardians. Drifting through the vast, airy passages of your lungs are immune cells, moving not with alarm, but with a quiet, patrolling vigilance. They are the dust keepers. They gently, patiently engulf the tiny particles of dust and pollen that inevitably arrive with each breath, containing them, neutralizing them, and maintaining the pristine clarity of your inner atmosphere. Their work is one of peaceful containment, not frantic battle. All of this immense coordinated labor exists to serve one simple, rhythmic action: your breath. The breath you are taking right now. As you inhale slowly, you are not just pulling in air, you are gently expanding these millions of tiny sacs, stretching their surfactant-coated walls and inviting the oxygen to cross the peaceful membrane. As you exhale, you are releasing what is no longer needed. A soft, warm sigh of release, allowing the lungs to gently recoil.
Ready for the next wave. This entire system is a masterpiece of peaceful, persistent maintenance.
It works so perfectly that you are free to forget it entirely. You can focus on the sound of this voice, on the feeling of rest, without ever having to consciously command your body to breathe, or to repair the delicate tissues that make breathing possible. So tonight, as you lie in the quiet, let your awareness rest on your breath. Don't try to change it. Simply observe it. Feel the cool air entering your nostrils. Feel the gentle expansion of your chest and the soft rise of your abdomen. And then feel the warm, used air leaving your body on a tranquil tide. With each cycle, you are nourishing this calm, internal cycle of renewal. You are providing the gentle rhythm that the lung cells need to perform their quiet work of maintenance and repair. The oxygen from this breath will be carried to every one of those quiet workshops we've spoken of, fueling the renewal of your skin, your gut, your blood. Your breath is the thread that connects all these peaceful processes. It is the rhythm of life itself, both a function and a metaphor for letting go and taking in. There is no need to force it. There is only a need to trust it, to surrender to its innate, wise and calming rhythm. So let your breathing become a little slower, a little deeper. Let each exhalation be a release of the day, and each inhalation be a quiet acceptance of peace and restoration. Your lungs, with their calm cycle of renewal, are your constant, silent partners in this journey into sleep. Breathe in and out, and trust in the quiet, life-sustaining work within. From the airy sacs of the lungs, let us now follow the oxygen on the next stage of its journey into the most intimate and flowing landscape within you, your bloodstream. If the lungs are the quiet gates to the outer world, then your blood is the serene internal river that nourishes every distant shore of your body. And tonight, we will visit the peaceful source of this river, the place where its vital cells are born, and where renewal flows as constant as a gentle, endless spring. This river, the blood that courses so quietly through your veins right now, is not a static thing. It is a living, flowing tissue, and its most famous travelers, the red blood cells, have a lifespan of only about 120 days. This means that every 4 months, the entire population of red cells in your body, every last one of the 25 trillion gentle couriers carrying oxygen, is completely, peacefully replaced. The source of this great quiet renewal lies deep within the hidden, protected places of your body, the soft red marrow of your bones. Imagine the core of your hips, your breastbone, your ribs, the ends of your long bones. Within these sturdy architectural havens, there is not cold, hard stone, but a warm, dark and velvety tissue, bustling with a serene creative energy. This is the bone marrow, the quiet cradle of your blood. Here in this soft darkness exists a remarkable and peaceful cell, the hematopoietic stem cell. Think of it as a quiet master seed filled with infinite potential. It is not rushed. It is not anxious. It rests in its protected niche, and when the time is right, it begins to divide. But its division is not mere copying. It is a gentle, deliberate act of specialization. It can peacefully transform itself into any of the various cells that sail the river of your blood. Some of its daughter cells embark on a path to become the red blood cells, the erythrocytes. These are the devoted, selfless barges of your inner world. They slowly fill with a beautiful, complex molecule called hemoglobin, which gives them their soft, rust-red color and their singular, peaceful purpose to carry oxygen. As they mature, they let go of their nucleus, their central command. They become serene, streamlined vessels, sacrificing their own ability to replicate in order to make more room for their precious cargo. They are born to serve, and they do so with quiet, unparalleled efficiency. But the river of blood must also have its peaceful guardians, and so the same quiet stem cell gives rise to the many tribes of white blood cells, the lymphocytes, the monocytes, the neutrophils. These are the silent sentinels, the patrolling peacekeepers of your inner world. They are produced in a steady, calm trickle, ready to be called upon should the body's peace ever be disturbed. Their very presence is a deterrent, a promise of protection that allows all other systems to function in a state of serene trust. This entire process, the birth, maturation, and release of billions of cells every single day, is one of the most prolific in your body. And yet, it is conducted with an air of profound tranquility. There is no clatter, no clamor in the marrow. It is a soft, continuous cellular whisper. The new cells, once ready, are gently ushered out of the marrow's safe harbor and into the wide, flowing channels of the bloodstream, where they immediately begin their peaceful duties. And, just as any peaceful system requires balance, the old cells are retired with equal grace and dignity. After their 4-month journey, the aging red blood cells become less flexible.
As they pass through the delicate channels of the spleen and liver, the gentle filtering organs, they are recognized for their long service.
They are peacefully and respectfully broken down. Their iron is carefully salvaged to be used in the construction of the next generation of cells. The rest is recycled or gently prepared for excretion. It is a perfect, sustainable economy of renewal where nothing is wasted and every ending is a quiet beginning. This means that the river flowing within you is always fresh, always new. The blood cell that delivered oxygen to your little toe yesterday is not the same one that will do so tomorrow. You have a completely new set of serene couriers every season. The river is eternally young, even as you yourself accumulate years and memories. So tonight, as you lie in stillness, bring your awareness to the very core of your body.
To your hips, your sternum, the center of your chest.
Imagine within these strong bones a soft, warm, dark red light. A light that pulses gently with your heartbeat. And with each soft pulse, imagine millions of tiny, perfect new blood cells being released into your circulation. They are not in a rush. They simply join the flow, like countless new leaves being dropped onto a slow-moving, peaceful river. They flow outward, to the very tips of your fingers, to the ends of your toes, bringing nourishment and life to every single one of the 100 trillion cells that make up the peaceful workshop of you. There is no part of you that is left unattended, no corner that is not visited by this gentle, renewing tide. Your only task is to breathe and to rest. Your bone marrow needs no instruction. It knows its vital, peaceful work. It is the silent, constant spring that feeds the river of your life. So let go of any need to direct or control. Surrender to the rhythm of your heartbeat and trust in the serene, endless renewal of the river within. With every pulse, you are being remade, refreshed, and carried gently forward into the quiet of the night. In our journey through the body's quiet rhythms, we have followed the river of blood and visited its serene source. Now let us come to rest in the very tissue that gives that river purpose. Your muscles, the soft, supportive strength that allowed you to carry yourself through the day. And tonight, we will explore not their power, but their profound need for peace. We will discover the gentle, essential repair that happens only when strength is set aside and rest begins. Every movement you made today, from the most deliberate stride to the subtle blink of an eye, was a conversation between your will and your muscle fibers. With each contraction, these microscopic fibers performed a tiny, graceful slide, pulling against one another to create motion. But this beautiful mechanical dance is not without its gentle cost. It creates microscopic tears, a soft, invisible wear and tear that is the entirely natural and peaceful result of being alive and in motion. Think of a single muscle fiber not as a solid cord, but as a bundle of even finer threads, the myofibrils. After a day of use, these threads develop tiny, frayed ends and minute disruptions in their orderly structure. This is not damage in the sense of injury. It is more like the gentle creases in a well-loved book, the soft patina on a favorite piece of wood. It is the evidence of a life being lived. And now, as you lie still, the quiet work of smoothing those creases begins. This process is not one of frantic, emergency construction, but of serene and methodical restoration. It is the body's way of not just repairing the fibers, but of making them slightly stronger, slightly more resilient, in peaceful preparation for the days to come. The signal for this work to begin is your rest. As your mind grows quiet and your body grows heavy, the hormonal landscape within you shifts. The clamor of stress hormones fades, and in their place rises the gentle tide of growth and repair signals. It is the chemical equivalent of a soft, settling sigh. At the sight of those microscopic tears, a quiet cellular cleanup crew arrives. These are immune cells that move not with the urgency of fighting an infection, but with the gentle diligence of caretakers tidying a quiet workshop. They slowly, patiently clear away the cellular debris, the spent proteins and the tiny fragments of the day's labor. They are the silent sweepers, preparing a clean and peaceful space for what is to come. Then, the true architects of renewal awaken. These are the satellite cells. Think of them as dormant, peaceful seeds nestled alongside your muscle fibers. They are not muscle cells themselves, but reservoirs of pure potential, stimulated by the gentle signals of rest and the microscopic evidence of use. They slowly stir from their slumber. They begin to divide, and then, with a serene sense of purpose, they fuse with the existing muscle fibers. In this peaceful merger, they donate their nuclei, the quiet libraries of genetic instruction, to the larger fiber. With these new command centers in place, the muscle fiber can now synthesize new proteins, weaving them into the areas that were gently worn. It is a process of peaceful integration, of strengthening from within. This is how your muscles grow stronger, not during the effort, but in the profound quiet that follows. The act of lifting, of walking, of moving is merely the question. The deep, restorative silence of sleep is the body's long, whispered answer. The materials for this gentle reconstruction are the amino acids from the proteins you consumed during the day, now circulating in that peaceful river of blood. They are the bricks and mortar delivered on the soft, rhythmic pulse of your heartbeat to every quiet building site in your body. And the energy for this work comes from the peaceful, slow-burning fires of your metabolism at rest. This means that the slight ache you might feel after a day of unusual activity, a long walk, a new movement, is not a cry of distress, but a quiet, distant hum of construction. It is the feeling of the satellite cells awakening, of new proteins being woven into the tapestry of your strength. It is a sensation of growth, of becoming, and it is deeply intertwined with the state of rest. So tonight, as you feel the weight of your body fully supported by your bed, bring your awareness to your muscles, to the gentle heaviness in your legs, the soft release in your back, the effortless surrender of your arms. Feel the memory of the day's movements etched not as pain, but as a gentle request for renewal. There is no need to tense or to hold on to any strength. In fact, the opposite is true. The more completely you can let go, the more deeply you can surrender to the support beneath you, the more clearly your body hears the signal to begin its restorative work. Imagine within your muscles a soft golden light, and within that light, countless tiny, diligent craftspeople are at work.
They are not rushing.
They are patiently, thread by thread, repairing the gentle wear of the day. They are smoothing, integrating, and reinforcing. With every slow, deep breath you take, you send them oxygen and nutrients. With every exhalation, you release the lingering tension that might hinder their work. Your strength does not reside in constant tension, but in this beautiful cyclical dance between effort and ease, between action and acceptance. The true foundation of your power is your body's profound ability to rest, to repair, and to renew itself in the deepest quiet. So allow yourself to sink into this truth. Your strength is not leaving you. It is being quietly, profoundly rebuilt. Your only task is to provide the peace, to be still, to breathe, and to trust completely in the gentle, powerful, and restorative work of rest. We have felt the gentle repair of muscle and the constant flow of blood. Now let us turn our attention to the deep, silent architecture that gives all of this softness its form, your bones. We often think of our skeleton as a permanent, unchanging scaffold, a fossil frame within us. But this is a beautiful illusion. Your bones are not inert stone. They are a living, breathing tissue, engaged in a peaceful, lifelong dance of dissolution and creation, so slow and steady that it feels like permanence itself. This is the process of bone remodeling, the slow, steady pulse that keeps your frame resilient, decade after decade. Imagine a single bone in your body, perhaps the long, quiet strength of your thigh bone. It feels solid, immutable, but within its hard, mineral matrix, a quiet, cellular conversation is always underway. It is a conversation between two types of cells working in a perfect, peaceful partnership. They are the osteoclasts and the osteoblasts, and their slow, rhythmic work is the essence of bone renewal. First come the osteoclasts. Think of them not as destroyers, but as gentle sculptors carving away at the old. They are large, peaceful cells that slowly glide along the surface of the bone, releasing mild acids and enzymes that delicately dissolve the aged mineral matrix. They are the quiet miners, carefully excavating tiny tunnels and chambers, removing bone tissue that has become micro-fractured from the gentle, constant stresses of a life in motion. This is not an act of demolition, but of serene and necessary clearance, making space for the new. Once the osteoclasts have completed their work, they peacefully withdraw, and into the freshly carved space the osteoblasts arrive. If the osteoclasts are the sculptors, then the osteoblasts are the master masons, the builders. They are smaller, cuboidal cells filled with a quiet, creative purpose. They begin to lay down a soft, unmineralized matrix called osteoid, a collagen-rich scaffold that is both flexible and strong. But their work does not end there. Slowly, patiently, they draw calcium and phosphate from your bloodstream, weaving these minerals into the osteoid in a beautiful crystalline pattern. This process, called mineralization, is what gives bone its legendary strength. It is a quiet alchemy, transforming soft protein into living stone. The osteoblasts work until the excavated space is completely filled, and then, in a final act of serene dedication, some of them become entombed within the very matrix they have built, transforming into osteocytes, the quiet, wise elders of the bone. These osteocytes now reside in tiny, fluid-filled lacunae, connected to one another by long, delicate channels. They form a vast, silent network, a cellular internet that senses stress and strain and whispers signals to the osteoclasts and osteoblasts, guiding their peaceful work. They are the guardians of the bone's memory, the quiet librarians of its strength. This entire cycle, the gentle carving followed by the patient building, is the pulse of your skeleton. It is a pulse measured not in seconds but in months and years. It means that every single bone in your body is continuously peacefully being replaced. Your entire skeleton is subtly, completely renewed over the course of about 10 years. The strength you carry today is built upon the quiet labor of the last decade. This process serves two deeply peaceful purposes. The first is repair. Those microscopic cracks that form from walking, from jumping, from simply bearing weight are silently, continuously mended by this gentle, cellular teamwork. It is a system of preventative maintenance that operates far below the threshold of sensation, ensuring your frame remains whole. The second is metabolic harmony. Your bones are the body's great mineral reservoir. When blood calcium levels dip, the osteoclasts become a little more active, peacefully releasing a tiny amount of calcium from the bone into the bloodstream. When calcium is plentiful, the osteoblasts work a little more diligently, drawing it back in to strengthen the scaffold. It is a slow, graceful dance that maintains the perfect, peaceful balance of your inner world. So tonight, as you feel the solid support of your mattress beneath you, bring a gentle awareness to your own living scaffold, to the long bones of your legs now heavy with rest, to the gentle cage of your ribs rising and falling with each breath, to the silent protective fortress of your skull cradling your dreaming mind. Within this strong, silent architecture, imagine this slow, stately dance. Picture the osteoclasts as soft, shadowy forms, patiently smoothing away the old, and the osteoblasts as points of soft, golden light, diligently laying down the new, strong and resilient bone. There is no conflict here, only a harmonious, endless cycle of renewal. Your bones do not ask for your conscious direction. They only ask for the raw materials, the calcium from your food, the vitamin D from the sunlight you absorbed, and the gentle, rhythmic stimulation of movement, which has now been replaced by the profound stimulation of rest. You are being supported, literally and metaphorically, by a structure that knows both immense strength and endless adaptation. It is a peaceful paradox. Your most solid parts are in a constant, quiet state of flow. You can release all tension, all effort to hold yourself up. Your living scaffold is here to do that for you tonight and for all the nights to come. So surrender your weight completely. Let your bones rest. And as you drift towards sleep, trust in this slow, steady, lifelong pulse within you, the peaceful, patient rhythm of your living scaffold, always renewing, always strong. In our journey through the body's quiet laboratories and silent workshops, we have explored processes that are entirely hidden from view. But now let us turn our attention to the gentle, outward signs of this inner renewal, the quiet, visible testimony to the work happening deep within. Let us contemplate your hair and your nails. These are not mere accessories. They are the peaceful, ongoing projects of your body, growing steadily from you, like soft grass from the earth, revealing the silent, persistent pulse of life itself. Begin by bringing a gentle awareness to the very tips of your fingers.
To your nails.
We so often think of them as hard, finished things like tiny, polished shields. But they are not static. They are flowing. Each of your fingernails grows from a hidden source, a peaceful, sheltered fold of skin at its base called the matrix. This is the quiet, living root, the soft workshop from which the nail is born. Here, in the warm darkness beneath your skin, cells called keratinocytes work with a serene and singular purpose. They produce a tough, resilient protein, keratin, and then, in an act of peaceful self-sacrifice, they fill themselves with it until their own lives fade, becoming the hard, translucent plates that protect your sensitive fingertips. This process is constant, a slow, vertical river of transformation flowing from the matrix outward, pushing the existing nail forward at a pace of about 1/10 of a millimeter each day. This means the nail you are looking at today is a calendar of the recent past. The white crescent moon at its base, the lunula, is the visible part of that busy matrix, the soft, living source. The pink, sturdy plate is the history of the last several months, a record of your body's quiet, keratin-building labor. And the free edge, the part you might trim, is a memory from the season before. It is a timeline you carry with you, a gentle, visible measure of time's slow and steady passage. And just as the nail flows from its hidden matrix, your hair grows from its own peaceful sanctuary. The follicle. Nestled deep within the dermis of your skin, each follicle is a tiny, self-contained universe of renewal. It is a soft, living pocket that cradles the hair root, nourishing it with a rich supply of blood. Within this quiet pocket, the same process of keratinization occurs. Cells at the base of the follicle divide peacefully, pushing older cells upward. As they are pushed, they fill with keratin, die, and are woven into the familiar, flexible strand we recognize as a hair. Each follicle operates on its own gentle, independent rhythm, a cycle of growth, rest, and shedding. This is why you do not lose all your hair at once, but rather shed a few dozen strands each day, a peaceful, natural release, like trees in a vast forest, each losing a leaf in their own time. The growth itself is a marvel of patient, unhurried progress. Each hair on your head grows, on average, about 1/2 inch per month. It is a pace so slow it is imperceptible from one day to the next, yet so persistent that it requires regular, gentle maintenance. This slow growth is a testament to the body's preference for steady, sustainable effort over frantic, explosive action. Think of the simple, comforting act of running a hand through your hair or the gentle pressure of a brush. With every stroke, you are assisting in this cycle. You are helping to release the hairs that have completed their life cycle, making peaceful room for the new ones already beginning their slow journey from the depths of the follicle. And consider the simple act of trimming your nails. This is not merely a matter of grooming, but a peaceful collaboration with your body's own processes. You are gently shearing away the oldest, most distant part of this flowing river, this quiet project of self-renewal. It is a small, mindful ritual that acknowledges this constant, outward growth. So tonight, as you lie in the stillness, bring your awareness to these visible signs. Feel the softness of your hair against the pillow. Feel the smooth, solid tips of your nails as you gently rest your hands on your chest or by your sides. There is no need for you to direct the growth. The follicles need no instruction to produce their soft strands. The nail matrix requires no command to build its protective plate. These processes continue with a quiet, autonomous intelligence, a gentle hum of activity that persists through sleep and wakefulness alike. They are the body's way of reminding us that we are living, growing being. That life is not about maintaining a fixed state, but about participating in a gentle, continuous flow. The slow growth of a hair, the steady advance of a nail, these are the most peaceful and tangible evidence that you are not a static monument, but a process. A river of cells, constantly renewing, constantly becoming. So let this thought comfort you as you drift to sleep. Your body is not only renewing itself in the deep, hidden places, but is also quietly, visibly, expressing that renewal in the most gentle and tangible of ways. You are literally growing, flowing, and extending into the world at a pace so serene it brings a profound sense of peace. Surrender to this gentle outward flow and rest in the knowledge that you are always, peacefully and visibly, being made new. We have spent our journey marveling at the body's endless cycles of replacement, the renewing skin, the replenishing blood, the rebuilding bone. It is a symphony of serene change. But now we arrive at a different, and in its own way, even more peaceful truth. Not everything in you is meant to be replaced. Some parts are designed for a beautiful, lifelong constancy. Tonight, we turn our attention inward to the very core of your being, the cells of your heart and your brain. These are not fleeting travelers, but enduring companions on your journey. And their permanence is not a limitation, but one of the body's most profound and graceful designs. Let us first consider the heart, this steadfast muscle, this quiet drum that has beat in a steady, rhythmic cadence since before you were born. Unlike the skeletal muscles we explored earlier, the cardiac muscle cells, the cardiomyocytes, are largely post-mitotic. This is a scientific term that carries a deep, poetic meaning. It means their work of division is done. For the most part, the heart cells you have now are the ones you have had for most of your life. They are not replaced in a grand, cyclical turnover. Instead, they are maintained with exquisite, meticulous care. Think of them not as a workforce that clocks out and is replaced by a new shift, but as a community of master artisans who remain at their posts, continuously repairing and renovating their own structures. They are the quiet, lifelong custodians of your pulse. This permanence makes sense, for how could the relentless, coordinated rhythm of life be maintained if its very engine were constantly being taken apart and reassembled? The heart's strength lies in its enduring, uninterrupted service. And then we come to the seat of the self, your brain, the vast, silent universe where your thoughts form, your memories are stored, and the very voice you hear narrating this now resides. The core processors of this universe, the neurons in your cerebral cortex, are also, for the most part, with you for life. They are not swapped out like skin cells or blood cells. The intricate, beautiful web of connections between them, the synapses, where your personality, your knowledge, and your experiences live, is built upon a foundation of enduring cells. This may seem at first like a fragility, but let us reframe it and see the profound peace it holds. Your brain is not a blank slate wiped clean every few years. It is a living, growing tapestry woven over a lifetime. The neurons you were born with are the quiet, constant looms upon which the rich fabric of your life is woven. They do not need to be replaced because their purpose is not merely structural, but informational. They are the keepers of your story. While the neurons themselves are constant, the connections between them are dynamic. This is the brain's own beautiful rhythm of renewal.
It is not the cells that change, but the relationships between them.
With every new thing you learn, every comforting memory you form, tiny silent structures strengthen and blossom between your neurons. New branches, called dendrites, gently extend, reaching out to form new connections. It is a quiet,
cellular conversation that never ends, a peaceful,
endless rearrangement of your inner world, all built upon a stable, enduring foundation. This is the beautiful paradox of your brain. Its hardware is constant, but its software is in a state of endless, peaceful updating. The sense of a continuous you, the you that remembers your childhood, that learned to ride a bike, that finds comfort in a familiar voice. This continuity is possible precisely because the neurons that encode those memories are the same. They are the peaceful, permanent guardians of your identity. So why is this a beautiful thing? It means that you are built upon a foundation of deep, cellular constancy. The very heart that beats within your chest and the very mind that contemplates its own existence are designed for endurance. They are the quiet, unwavering anchors in the flowing river of your body's renewal. The skin cells that gently dust your sheets are temporary visitors. The blood cells that course through your veins are dedicated but short-lived couriers. But the neurons that hold the memory of a loved one's face and the heart cells that beat a little faster upon seeing them, these are your lifelong companions. This does not mean they are fragile. They are, in fact, the most protected, cherished, and resilient parts of you. They are bathed in a nourishing fluid, shielded by a strong skull and a sturdy rib cage, and supplied with a priority stream of oxygen and nutrients. Your body knows their priceless value and tends to them not with replacement, but with unwavering, gentle maintenance. So tonight, as you rest, bring a soft, grateful awareness to this peaceful permanence within you. Feel the steady, reliable beat of your heart in the quiet of your chest. A rhythm that has been with you through every joy, every sorrow, every quiet moment like this one. And then, bring your awareness to your brain, resting deep within the fortress of your skull. Imagine it not as a frantic computer, but as a silent, star-filled galaxy, each neuron a distant, constant star. And the connections between them, the soft, shimmering constellations that map the story of your life. They are not flickering out and being relit. They are enduring, steady points of light, around which new patterns can forever form and reform. Your body is a perfect blend of flow and stability, of change and constancy. You can release all worry about the need for total renewal. Some of the most essential parts of you were designed to last, to be the quiet, unwavering center of your being. They are the peaceful, permanent record of a life being lived, and they are with you, always. So rest deeply and trust in this beautiful, enduring architecture of the self. We have wandered through the many quiet workshops of the body, observing the gentle rhythms of renewal that sustain you. But all these processes, from the rebuilding of bone to the renewal of skin, require something more than just time. They require a specific, peaceful state, a signal that the outside world has receded and the inner world can take full priority. That signal is deep sleep. Tonight, we explore this final, essential piece of the puzzle. How the state of slumber itself is the body's prime time for restoration, the dedicated night shift of cellular repair. Think of your waking day as a period of gentle expenditure. Every thought, every movement, every interaction with the world is a soft drawing down of your resources. It is a beautiful and necessary spending of energy. But like any well-managed economy, what is spent must be replenished. And this replenishment does not happen in the hustle of the day, but in the profound quiet of the night as you begin to drift from wakefulness. Your brain waves, which were once a rapid, chaotic chatter, begin to slow. They synchronize into a gentle, rolling rhythm, like the slow, powerful swell of a calm ocean at night. This is the descent into non-REM sleep, and most importantly, into its deepest stage, slow-wave sleep. This is the true kingdom of restoration. It is a state so deep and so separate from the waking world that your conscious mind has no memory of it. It is a silent, internal landscape where the work of renewal can proceed without interruption. In this deep, slow-wave sleep, a quiet, powerful signal is broadcast throughout your body. It is the release of human growth hormone, or HGH. Think of this not as a chemical, but as a gentle, yet authoritative foreman walking through the quiet workshops of your body, turning on the lights and giving the signal for the major projects to begin. Under its soft influence, the repair crews we have met in previous chapters swing into their most productive phase. In your muscles, the satellite cells stir more actively, fusing with muscle fibers to repair the microscopic tears of the day's exertions. The synthesis of new protein is prioritized, weaving strength back into your soft tissues, in your bones. The peaceful dance between the osteoclasts and osteoblasts may find its rhythm harmonized, the slow process of remodeling gently encouraged by the restful state of the entire system. The river of blood, now flowing with a slower, more steady pressure, delivers nutrients more efficiently to these quiet construction sites. But the work is not just one of building, it is also one of clearing. Your brain, which was so active during the day, has accumulated metabolic waste, the byproducts of a million thoughts and sensations. In the deep stages of sleep, your brain activates a beautiful, peaceful process called the glymphatic system. It is a silent, internal cleansing tide. Cerebrospinal fluid, a clear, pure liquid, is flushed through the intricate tissues of your brain, washing away the accumulated debris, the metabolic dust of the day's cognitive labor. It is a soft, nightly baptism for your mind, leaving it clean, refreshed, and ready to form new connections when the sun rises. This is why a good night's sleep truly does feel like washing the brain from the inside out. This entire nightly renewal is a protected process. Your body temperature drops slightly, conserving energy for these internal tasks. Your heart rate and breathing slow to their most restful, metronomic pace. Even your brain's activity, though busy with cleanup and memory consolidation, is shielded from the chaos of external stimuli. You are, in the most literal sense, closed for business and open for restoration. So tonight, as you feel yourself yielding to the weight of your blankets and the soft embrace of your mattress, know that you are not merely escaping the day, you are actively transitioning into the most vital phase of your body's daily cycle. You are clocking in for the night shift. With every deep, slow breath you take, you are not just breathing air. You are breathing in the signal to rest. You are exhaling the tensions that would hinder the work. The gentle heaviness in your limbs is not fatigue, but the feeling of resources being redirected inward. The quieting of your mind is not a failure of focus, but the essential precondition for the glymphatic tide to sweep in. Do not fight the drowsiness that pulls at the edges of your consciousness. It is the gentle foreman ushering you into the quiet factory, where you are both the project and the beneficiary. Your only job is to surrender to it, so let go.
Release the day.
There is nothing you need to hold on to. There is no problem you need to solve in this moment. Your body has a sophisticated, elegant, and deeply peaceful plan for your renewal, and it has been waiting for this very hour to put it into full effect. Trust in the night shift. Trust in the slow waves of sleep to carry you into the depths where repair becomes the only priority. You are not just sleeping. You are being rebuilt, refreshed, and restored, one peaceful cell at a time. Close your eyes and let the quiet work begin. In the quiet of the night, as your body settles into its essential work of renewal, a question might gently arise. How does this vast, peaceful enterprise coordinate itself? How does a cell deep within your muscle know it is time to begin repairing? Or a stem cell in your bone marrow understand it is time to awaken? The answer lies not in a loud, centralized command, but in a silent, flowing language of chemistry.
A language of gentle whispers, passed from cell to cell through the river of your blood.
Tonight we listen in on this quiet conversation. We meet the messengers of repair. Imagine your body not as a machine, but as a vast, dark and silent countryside on a calm night. There are no glaring streetlights, no blaring horns. Instead, there are countless tiny, peaceful homesteads, your cells, each with its own soft, glowing lantern. And moving between them, along the silent, flowing waterways of your bloodstream and tissue fluids, are countless gentle messengers, each carrying a small, flickering candle of instruction. These are your hormones, your cytokines, your growth factors. They are the signals of serenity. One of the most profound of these messengers is human growth hormone, which we met briefly during the night shift. But now let us understand its true nature. It is not a harsh taskmaster, but a serene conductor. Released in gentle, pulsating waves from the pituitary gland, a small, peaceful master clock at the base of your brain, it travels through the nighttime landscape of your body. Where it passes, it doesn't shout orders. It simply whispers a single, calming truth. It is safe to grow. It is time to rebuild. And in response, the quiet workshops in your muscles, your bones, and your organs hear the whisper and respond by increasing their production of new proteins, by a gentle stirring of their cellular machinery. Then there is melatonin, the hormone of darkness itself. As the light fades from your eyes, its production rises like a soft chemical tide. Melatonin is the usher of sleep, the gentle hand that draws the curtains of consciousness closed. But its role is more than just making you drowsy. It is a powerful, peaceful antioxidant, a silent custodian that moves through your tissues, mopping up the free radicals, the tiny, corrosive sparks that are the natural byproducts of the day's metabolism. It is a calming presence, ensuring the night's repair work happens in a clean, peaceful environment. But the communication is not just from the brain outward.
It is a local, intimate conversation.
When a muscle fiber experiences those microscopic tears we spoke of, it doesn't cry out in pain. It simply releases a soft, local signal, a gentle protein messenger called a growth factor. This is like a quiet lantern being lit in a single homestead, visible only to its closest neighbors. This signal drifts to the nearby satellite cells, the dormant seeds of repair, and whispers to them, "Your presence is needed here." And they, in response, slowly awaken and begin their work of peaceful fusion and repair. Similarly, when the immune system's peaceful cleanup crew is at work, it uses its own gentle language. It releases calming cytokines, not the inflammatory alarm signals of an acute crisis, but soft, anti-inflammatory messages that say, the work is underway, all is well. Proceed with serenity. This prevents the repair process from becoming a destructive fire, ensuring it remains a controlled, quiet burn of renewal. Even the simple act of breathing deeply, as you are likely doing now, sends a message. The slow, rhythmic expansion and contraction of your diaphragm acts as a gentle pump on the largest vein in your body, the vena cava. This enhances the circulation of lymph, the clear, peaceful fluid that carries these very messengers and the immune cells between your tissues and your bloodstream. Your calm breath is literally helping to distribute the signals of serenity throughout your entire being. This entire system is a testament to the body's profound intelligence and its inherent bias toward peace. There is no chaos in this process. There is only a slow, graceful, and exquisitely coordinated dance of chemical information, a ballet of benevolent messengers ensuring that every cell knows its role in the grand, quiet project of your renewal. So tonight, as you lie in the stillness, imagine this inner landscape. Picture your bloodstream not as a mere river of cells, but as a river of light, carrying countless soft, glowing points of information, each one a gentle instruction for repair, for cleanup, for rest. There is no need for you to send these signals yourself. You need not consciously tell your body to produce growth hormone or to calm inflammation. Your body knows this language innately. It has been speaking it since your very first breath. Your only task is to provide the conditions for this quiet conversation to flourish. And you are doing that perfectly right now, by being still, by breathing slowly, by letting go of the day's worries. You are lowering the volume of the body's stress signals, allowing the whispers of serenity to be heard clearly. You are creating the silent, dark, and peaceful countryside within, where the messengers of repair can travel unhindered, delivering their gentle, life-sustaining news to every last cell. So rest and know that you are awash in a quiet, intelligent conversation of healing, a language of care written in light and whispered on the breath. In our journey through the body's quiet rhythms of renewal, we have celebrated the birth of new cells, the rebuilding of tissues, the gentle pulse of creation. But for there to be new growth, there must also be space. For there to be a fresh beginning, there must be a peaceful ending. Tonight, we turn our attention to one of the body's most profound and serene processes, the art of letting go. This is the story of apoptosis, or programmed cell death. It is not a story of failure or tragedy, but of a quiet, necessary, and deeply graceful surrender. The word apoptosis itself comes from an ancient Greek term describing the falling of petals from a flower, or of leaves from a tree in the autumn. It is a natural, gentle, and seasonal release. This is the spirit in which it operates within you. It is not the violent, traumatic death of a cell from injury or poison. That would be a chaotic event, an alarm bell ringing in the system. Apoptosis, by contrast, is a pre-written peaceful conclusion, a cell's quiet decision to end its own life for the greater good of the whole. Imagine a single cell within you, perhaps one that has reached the end of its natural lifespan, like a skin cell that has completed its journey to the surface. Or consider a cell that has developed a tiny internal error in its code, a potential flaw that, if allowed to persist, could become a problem. This cell does not wait for a command from a distant ruler. It contains within its own nucleus a serene and elegant script for its departure. When the time is right, the cell begins to play out this internal score. It is a slow, deliberate, and utterly peaceful process. The cell's own internal machinery is activated, a set of enzymes we can think of as gentle molecular caretakers. They begin to methodically, quietly break down the cell's components from within. The chromatin in the nucleus condenses, the cell shrinks, and its membrane begins to form soft, bubble-like blebs on its surface. There is no rupture. There is no spillage of contents to disturb the neighbors. It is a contained, respectful dissolution. The cell packages its own remains into small, neat, membrane-wrapped parcels. These parcels are then gently flagged with a chemical signal that means, "I am ready to be collected." And then the silent custodians arrive, the immune cells we have met before, the macrophages. They are not aggressive invaders, but peaceful undertakers. They move through your tissues with a soft, gliding motion, and with great reverence, they extend their membranes to engulf these cellular parcels. They consume them, digest them, and recycle their components. The amino acids, the lipids, the nucleotides, all the building blocks of that former cell are broken down into their simplest forms and released back into the body's peaceful economy, to be used again in the creation of something new. This is the beautiful circular economy of your body. Letting go is not a waste. It is a form of offering. The end of one cell becomes the potential for another. This process is happening within you right now on a massive scale. Every day, billions of your cells make this quiet, selfless decision. In the bone marrow, it shapes the development of new blood cells, weeding out those that are not perfectly formed. In your immune system, it removes cells that might mistakenly turn against your own body. In the developing embryo, it was apoptosis that carved the spaces between your fingers and toes, a literal act of sculpting by subtraction. It is the ultimate act of cellular wisdom, knowing when to stay and knowing when to go. This gentle, continuous pruning is what allows for healthy, controlled growth. A forest where no tree ever fell would become choked and stagnant. A body where no cell ever died would be a body unable to adapt, to heal, or to renew itself. So tonight, as you rest, consider the profound peace in this cycle. For every new skin cell born in the deep, dark layers, an old one is gently released from the surface. For every new wave of blood cells set forth from the marrow, an old wave completes its journey and is respectfully retired. Creation and release are two sides of the same, serene coin. You can feel this process not as a loss, but as a gentle, internal sigh, a constant, soft release of what is no longer needed. It is the body's way of staying light, of staying current, of making space for the future, and in this there is a deep lesson for the mind that listens. The worries of the day, the regrets of the past, the anxieties about tomorrow, these are the mind's own worn-out cells. They are thoughts that have served their purpose, or thoughts that carry tiny flaws and if held onto too tightly, they can clutter the inner landscape. As you breathe out, imagine you are practicing a form of mental apoptosis. You are not fighting these thoughts. You are not violently ejecting them. You are simply gently allowing them to complete their cycle. You are acknowledging their presence, and then, with a soft, deep exhalation, you are letting them be packaged up and released, making space for peace, for stillness, for the new thoughts that will come with the new day. Your body knows how to let go with grace. It is a master of serene conclusions. Trust in its wisdom. Surrender to the gentle, continuous cleanup happening within every part of you. It is not something to fear, but something to find deep comfort in. You are always being made new, and this beautiful renewal is only possible because you are also always peacefully letting go. We have wandered through the silent cellular workshops, observed the gentle messengers, and marveled at the body's innate wisdom for repair. But all this serene activity requires raw materials. The quietest, most peaceful construction still needs its bricks and mortar. Tonight, we turn our attention to the source of these materials, the food you have eaten today. This is not a story of strict rules or frantic metabolism, but one of gentle, alchemical transformation. How the quiet fuel from your meals becomes the very substance of your renewal. Every bite you take, every sip of water, is an act of faith in this ongoing process. You are not merely eating to satisfy hunger, you are gathering provisions for the night's quiet labor. The world outside you, the crispness of an apple, the softness of bread, the green depth of a leaf, is about to be welcomed inward and transformed into the most intimate parts of you. Think of the proteins you consumed. A piece of fish, a lentil, a handful of nuts. During the day, your digestive system, with its own peaceful rhythm, has been breaking these complex structures down into their simplest form. Amino acids. These are the universal building blocks, the quiet molecular bricks of life. Now, as you rest, they circulate in your bloodstream, not as fish or lentils, but as pure potential. When the signal for repair goes out, when a growth factor whispers to a muscle cell, these amino acids are drawn into the quiet workshop. There, they are patiently reassembled, following the elegant blueprint of your DNA, into new actin and myosin filaments, repairing the microscopic tears of the day. The strength of a walnut, the resilience of a bean, has been translated into your own personal strength. It is a peaceful, silent transference of resilience from the outer world to your inner world. Then consider the fats. The golden oil, the rich avocado, the silent strength of a seed. These are broken down into fatty acids which serve a dual, peaceful purpose. Some are woven into the delicate, living membranes of every new cell that is born tonight. They create the soft, flexible barrier that separates the inner world of the cell from the outer, allowing for peaceful, controlled communication. Others are stored as a deep, slow-burning reserve of energy, a bank of calm fuel that ensures the repair work can continue through the long, quiet hours of the night, without ever disturbing your sleep. And the carbohydrates, the gentle energy of a grain of rice, the simple sweetness of a berry, these are simplified into glucose, the body's most universal currency of energy. But tonight, this energy is not for running or thinking. It is the quiet candle that lights the workshop. Each molecule of glucose is slowly, peacefully burned in the mitochondria, those tiny cellular power plants providing the soft, steady glow of energy required to power the protein builders, the DNA copiers, the cellular custodians. It is the energy of maintenance, not of exertion, the energy of peace, not of panic. But this alchemy requires its quiet assistants, the vitamins and minerals. Think of them as the gentle, expert foreman of the renewal process. Vitamin C is the quiet mason, essential for weaving the strong collagen that holds your tissues together. The B vitamins are the serene conductors of energy, helping to convert your food into that soft, usable light. Zinc and magnesium are the master keys that unlock hundreds of these peaceful enzymatic processes, ensuring everything flows smoothly. And calcium and phosphorus provide the crystalline strength for the slow, patient remodeling of your living scaffold, your bones. and flowing through it all, the most fundamental nutrient of all, water. It is not a passive substance, but the peaceful medium in which all of this silent chemistry occurs. It is the river that carries the building blocks to their destinations, the solvent that allows the reactions to happen, the cushion that protects the delicate new structures as they form. Without this gentle, flowing medium, the quiet hum of cellular repair would fall silent. So tonight, as you rest, there is no need for anxiety about what you have or have not eaten. Your body is a master of resourcefulness and conservation. It is peacefully and efficiently utilizing the provisions you have given it. The meal you ate hours ago is now, in its most peaceful and elemental form, circulating within you, being directed with exquisite precision to where it is most needed. Imagine each nutrient as a soft, glowing particle flowing in the river of your blood. See the amino acids as tiny golden bricks being laid down with care in your muscles. See the fatty acids as shimmering liquid light becoming part of a new cell's membrane. See the vitamins as points of silver and blue light, gently guiding the processes along. You are, quite literally, being remade from the world around you. The world is flowing into you, becoming you, in a cycle of profound and peaceful reciprocity. There is no separation between the peace of the natural world and the peace of your own body. You are part of a single, continuous and serene whole. Therefore, you can release all worry. Your body knows what to do with the fuel you have provided. Your only task now is to be still, to breathe, and to allow this beautiful, silent alchemy to proceed. Trust in the quiet fuel. Trust that the world is nourishing you and that you are being woven moment by peaceful moment from its gentle, sustaining gifts. In our exploration of the body's quiet renewal, we have admired the architects, the builders, and the messengers. We have considered the bricks and the fuel. But all of this serene activity exists within a single, essential medium, a silent, flowing presence that is so fundamental, it is easy to overlook. Tonight, we turn our attention to the element that gives life its fluidity, its softness, its very capacity for flow. Water. This is not a story of complex chemistry, but one of simple, profound essence. The role of water is not as a participant, but as the peaceful stage upon which the entire drama of renewal unfolds. Consider a single, living cell. It is not a dry, solid thing. It is a tiny, self-contained ocean, a soft, watery sac, floating in a wider sea of fluid. Over 60% of its volume is water. This water is not merely filling empty space. It is the quiet, intelligent medium that makes life possible. It is the solvent in which all the peaceful chemistry of repair takes place. Without it, the amino acids could not find each other to form new proteins. The hormones could not dissolve to carry their gentle messages. The enzymes, those master catalysts of cellular work, would lie still and dormant, their intricate shapes useless without this fluid to float and flex within. Water is the great peacemaker. Its unique molecular structure, with one slightly positive and two slightly negative ends, allows it to gently surround and interact with almost every other molecule in your body. It coaxes solids into solution, persuading them to let go of their rigid forms and mingle in a peaceful, liquid collaboration. The salt you consumed, the sugars from your meal, the minerals from your vegetables, all are traveling through you now, not as gritty, separate particles, but as invisible, dissolved ions, peacefully escorted by their watery companions. Now, bring your awareness to the rivers within you, your bloodstream, and your lymphatic system. Your blood is not primarily cells, it is primarily water. This plasma, this pale, golden river, is the great distribution network of your inner world. It is water that gives blood its flowing nature, allowing it to carry oxygen, nutrients, and hormonal messages to the most distant shores of your body, to the quiet fibroblast in your little toe, to the osteoblast deep within your hip bone. When you are well hydrated, This river flows with a serene, effortless fullness, its current strong and steady, ensuring no cell is left waiting for its peaceful delivery. And then there is the lymphatic system, the body's silent secondary canal system for cleanup. Unlike the blood, it has no central pump. Its gentle flow relies entirely on the movement of your muscles and the simple, rhythmic pull of your breath.
And what is it carrying?
Lymph is almost entirely water. It is this watery fluid that bathes your cells, collecting the metabolic debris, the spent proteins, and the cellular parcels left behind by apoptosis, and carrying them away for filtration and recycling. Your hydration is what gives this silent cleanup crew its current. A well-hydrated body is a body that cleanses itself with quiet, continuous efficiency. Water is also the great cushion, the peaceful shock absorber. It fills the discs between your vertebrae, allowing your spine to bend with gentle grace. It fills the chambers of your joints, providing a soft, frictionless lubrication for every movement. Even the very pressure within your cells, the turgor pressure, is created by water, giving your tissues their gentle firmness and form. It is the invisible, supportive embrace that holds you together from the inside out. Perhaps most beautifully, water is a temperature regulator, a thermal blanket of perfect peace. As you sleep, your metabolism continues its quiet work, generating a soft internal heat. Water, with its high heat capacity, absorbs this warmth without a rapid rise in temperature. It stores the heat and releases it gradually through the subtle evaporation from your skin and your breath, maintaining your core in a state of perfect, serene equilibrium, a temperature ideal for the night's restorative work. So tonight, as you lie in stillness, bring a gentle awareness to the water within you. You are not a solid being. You are a walking, breathing, living ocean. The water you drank today is now within your cells, suspending their delicate structures. It is in your blood, flowing with a soft, persistent rhythm. It is in the spaces between your cells, creating a peaceful, fluid communication network throughout your entire body. Feel the soft, fluid nature of your own body. The way your muscles yield to the mattress, not with the hardness of stone, but with the soft resilience of water-filled tissues. The way your joints rest without stiffness, bathed in their own serene liquid environment. There is no effort required to manage this inner ocean. Your body knows how to maintain its perfect balance, its peaceful hydration. The thirst you may have felt earlier was simply its gentle, polite request for more of the peaceful medium it needs to continue your care. As you drift towards sleep, imagine every cell in your body as a tiny, shimmering drop of water containing within it the spark of life. And all these drops are connected, flowing into one another, part of a vast, internal sea that is forever calm, forever renewing, forever sustaining the beautiful, quiet work of being you. So breathe deeply and trust in the flow. You are composed of the same essence as a quiet lake at dawn, as a gentle, falling rain, as the vast, calm ocean. You are water, and water is peace. Let this fluid serenity carry you into a deep and restorative sleep. We have journeyed through the physical landscape of the body, tracing the paths of nutrients, the rhythms of cells, and the flow of water. But there is one more dimension to this quiet work of renewal, a dimension that is both powerful and profoundly peaceful. The influence of your mind. The thoughts you think, the feelings you feel, are not isolated events in your brain. They are gentle, or sometimes not so gentle, whispers that echo through every corridor of your body, reaching the most silent and diligent of your cells. Tonight, we explore this beautiful connection, how a calm mind is the most fertile ground for a healing body. Imagine your nervous system as a vast, intricate network of quiet pathways. One part of this network, the sympathetic nervous system, is designed for action.
It is the gentle hum of readiness that helps you meet the day.
But its counterpart, the parasympathetic nervous system, is the network of rest, of repair, of deep peace. It is often called the rest and digest system, but we might more accurately call it the rest and renew system. And your mind holds the key to which of these systems is in the gentle lead. When your mind is occupied with worry, anxiety, or the endless to-do lists of the day, it is as if a soft, persistent alarm is being rung. This is not a loud, panicked siren, but a low, steady chime of concern. In response, your body releases subtle waves of hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These are the chemical messengers of vigilance. They are not harmful in small, passing doses, but when they linger, they whisper a single, persistent message to your cells. Be ready. The time for deep repair is not now. Under this gentle alarm, your heart rate may increase slightly, your muscles may hold a subtle tension, and the precious resources of energy and attention are directed toward this state of soft readiness. The quiet, long-term projects of cellular renewal, the patient work of the osteoblast, the deep cleaning of the glymphatic system, the protein synthesis in your muscles are gently deprioritized. The body is politely but firmly put on hold. But when you choose to quiet the mind, when you sink into the safety of your bed, when you focus on the slow, steady rhythm of your breath, you are doing something remarkable. You are gently switching off that soft alarm. You are sending a different message, one that flows through the vagus nerve, the great wandering nerve of calm that connects your brain to your heart, your lungs, and your digestive organs. You are activating the parasympathetic nervous system. The chemical landscape within you begins to shift. The gentle tide of cortisol recedes. In its place, other signals arise. The release of neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA brings a sense of well-being and calm. The hormone oxytocin, often associated with connection and trust, can lower blood pressure and reduce stress. In this new, peaceful chemical environment, the message to your cells changes. It is no longer "be ready," but a soft, profound sigh that says, "all is well." The coast is clear. You may begin the deep work. In this state of mental calm, every process we have discussed is gently supported. Blood flow is directed away from the muscles of action and toward the internal organs of repair. Digestion and nutrient absorption become more efficient, ensuring the quiet workshops have the best building materials. The heart rate slows and the breath deepens, providing a steady, rhythmic massage to the internal organs and enhancing the flow of the lymphatic cleanup cruise. A calm mind does not force the body to heal. It simply and powerfully allows it to. It removes the subtle biochemical obstacles to the body's own innate and powerful healing intelligence. It creates the peaceful internal weather, the still, quiet, overcast day in which the seeds of renewal can sprout and grow without being disturbed. So tonight, as you rest, know that your journey towards sleep is not an escape. It is an active, gentle, and profoundly powerful act of co-creation with your body. Each time you release a worried thought, you are not just achieving mental peace. You are sending a direct, biochemical memo to a cell in your little toe, giving it permission to focus on its own peaceful work. Your mind and body are not two separate entities. They are a single, flowing, integrated system. The peace you cultivate in your thoughts becomes the peace in which your cells perform their most vital work. Therefore, be gentle with your mind tonight. Do not scold it for its wanderings. Simply, and with great kindness, guide it back to the feeling of your breath, the weight of your body, the safety of this moment. You are not just resting your mind, you are setting the stage. You are dimming the lights, lowering the volume, and creating the perfect, serene conditions for the night shift to do its most profound and peaceful work. Your calm is their command to begin. So breathe, release, and trust that in the quiet of your mind, the most beautiful renewal of your body is already underway. In the profound quiet of rest, we have learned that the body's renewal is a symphony of silent cellular work. But this work requires not only stillness, but also a gentle internal circulation, a soft, persistent flow to carry away what is no longer needed. Tonight, we turn our attention to one of the body's most essential, yet most passive, cleaning systems, the lymphatic system. And we discover a beautiful paradox, that this system of quiet cleanup is awakened not by vigorous effort, but by the most gentle, restful of motions. Imagine, if you will, a second silent river system running alongside your bloodstream. This is your lymphatic system. Unlike the blood, which is pumped by the powerful, rhythmic heart, this river has no central pump. Its flow is subtle, serene, and relies on the gentlest of external nudges. Its water is a clear, pale fluid called lymph, and its cargo is not oxygen, but peace. It carries away the soft, metabolic dust of the day's activities, the spent proteins, the cellular fragments from apoptosis, the occasional intruder that has been peacefully neutralized. This river flows through delicate, bean-shaped filtering stations we call lymph nodes, where the fluid is cleansed and its contents are sorted for recycling. But the question remains, how does this peaceful river move? The answer lies in the gentle pressures and releases of a body at rest. The first and most constant of these gentle pumps is the simple, rhythmic act of breathing. As you inhale slowly and deeply right now, your diaphragm, the great dome-shaped muscle beneath your lungs, contracts and moves downward. This creates a soft, negative pressure in your chest cavity, like a gentle, inward sigh that draws the lymphatic fluid upward from your abdomen and limbs. As you exhale, a slow, complete release, the pressure changes again, pushing the fluid gently on its way. Each calm, full breath is a soft, internal stroke, a quiet oar, dipping into the river of lymph, encouraging its serene and continuous flow. The second gentle pump is the soft, passive movement of your muscles. This is not the powerful contraction of lifting a weight or climbing a stair. It is the gentle, almost imperceptible tension and release in your muscles as you shift your weight in your sleep. It is the slow, deliberate stretch of a cat upon waking. It is the gentle sway of a peaceful walk. These motions create a soft, milking action on the tiny lymphatic vessels that are woven throughout your muscle tissues. As the muscles gently contract and release, they press upon these vessels, pushing the lymph fluid along its one-way journey toward purification. This is the essence of the gentle glide. It is movement without strain, motion without urgency. It is the body's way of ensuring that its internal cleaning can continue with minimal conscious effort. A body that is completely, rigidly still for too long allows its lymphatic river to become sluggish, like a peaceful stream on a windless day. But a body that engages in gentle, restful movement keeps this river flowing, clear and clean. Think of the simple, comforting act of rolling your shoulders in a slow, deliberate circle, or the feeling of pointing and flexing your feet while lying in bed, or the gentle sway of a slow dance. In these moments, you are not building strength or testing endurance. You are, quite simply, being a good custodian to your inner world. You are walking through the quiet hallways of your own body, softly turning on the lights and ensuring the cleaning crews can access every corner. Even now, as you lie in bed, you can assist in this process. With a slow, deep inhalation, imagine drawing a soft, clear light up from the soles of your feet, through your legs, and into your core. And as you exhale, imagine that light now carrying the faintest shimmer of spent cellular material, flowing gently upward through your torso and toward the quiet filtering stations in your chest and under your arms. There is no force required, only a gentle, intentional direction of your awareness partnered with the breath. This is why practices like restorative yoga, tai chi, or simply stretching upon waking feel so deeply cleansing. They are not about exhausting the body, but about awakening this gentle, internal flow. They are a conscious, peaceful collaboration with the body's own innate wisdom for maintenance. So tonight, as you prepare for sleep, Know that your body is designed for this gentle rhythm. The profound stillness of deep sleep is punctuated by the soft, unconscious shifts and turns of your body. These are not disruptions to your rest. They are an essential part of it. They are your body's own intuitive way of pressing the gentle pump, of keeping the river of peace flowing. There is no need for strenuous effort. Your role is one of gentle cooperation, to breathe deeply, to allow your body to find comfortable positions, to perhaps before sleep engage in a few slow, mindful stretches, not as a workout, but as a lullaby for your lymphatic system, a soft signal that the time for internal cleaning has begun. So let your body settle, feel the gentle weight of your limbs, and with your next slow, deep breath, imagine that silent, cleansing river within you, flowing with a little more ease, carrying away the day's gentle wear and tear. You are not just resting,
You are gliding.
you are participating in the serene and constant flow of inner peace. Surrender to this gentle rhythm and let it carry you into a clean, clear, and restorative sleep. As our journey through the quiet landscapes of your body draws to a close, we arrive at a single, unifying truth, a truth so profound and so calming that it can redefine your sense of self. It is this: you are not a fixed, static entity. The you that lies down to sleep tonight is not the same you that will wake up tomorrow morning. You are a process, a gentle, continuous, and breathtakingly elegant flow of renewal. You are not what you were, and therein lies the deepest peace. We have wandered through the silent cellular workshops, observing the quiet industry within. We have seen how your skin, your largest organ, is a flowing tapestry, quietly rewoven every month. The skin you feel against the pillow is not the skin you felt last month. It is new, a fresh, silent garment provided for your journey. We have descended into the warm, dark core of your bones, where the red marrow, that soft, velvety cradle, continuously sends forth new travelers into the river of your blood. The very couriers that carry life to your cells are replaced in a serene 4-month cycle. The oxygen arriving at your little toe today is carried by a cell that did not exist at the start of the season. We have felt the gentle repair in your muscles after a day's work, the slow, patient remodeling of your living scaffold, your bones over a decade, and the rapid, peaceful renewal of your gut lining every few days. We have marveled at the quiet constancy of your heart and mind, the lifelong companions that are maintained with such exquisite care. Every single one of these processes, from the most rapid to the most stately, whispers the same gentle message: you are in a state of constant, graceful departure and arrival. You are always letting go, and you are always being made new. The atoms that composed your body a year ago have largely departed, replaced by new ones drawn from the air you breathed, the water you drank, the food you ate. The world is constantly flowing into you, becoming you, and then peacefully flowing out again. You are less a solid monument and more a quiet, persistent pattern, a gentle eddy in the stream of the universe, maintaining your beautiful, unique shape even as the substance of you is forever changing. This is not a sign of fragility, but the very source of your resilience.
A statue carved from marble is fixed.
It can only weather and erode, but a river forever flowing is resilient. It can adapt, change its course, and remain vital. Your body is that river. The tiny, microscopic wear and tear of simply being alive does not accumulate into irreversible damage because you are constantly being carried away from it, replaced by something new, fresh and whole. This endless cycle is the body's ultimate expression of peace. It is a system that has chosen not to fight against time, but to flow with it, to use its passage as the very mechanism of its own preservation. It is a serene surrender to the law of impermanence. And in that surrender, it finds its power to endure. So what then is the constant you?
It is not the substance, but the pattern.
It is the quiet, intelligent, organizing principle that directs this flow. It is the memory in your neurons, the rhythm in your heart, the gentle, unwavering intention to persist, to heal, to renew. You are the peaceful conductor of this silent cellular orchestra, even as you are also the music it plays. This truth can be a profound relief for the mind to rest in. The worries you carry, the regrets of the past, the sense of being stuck, these are mental patterns that can feel as solid as bone. But just as your physical body is not the cells it was composed of last year, your mind need not be defined by the thoughts of yesterday. You have the capacity for mental and emotional renewal as well. You can, with a soft, deep breath, release an old thought pattern and make space for a new one to grow, just as your skin releases its oldest cells to make way for the new. You are designed for this. You are built for change, for adaptation, for gentle, continuous rebirth. There is no need to cling to what is old and worn in your body or in your mind. The very nature of your being is to let it go and to welcome the new with a peaceful, open embrace. So tonight, as you lie in the final quiet moments before sleep, feel this truth in the heaviness of your body. You are a collection of processes, all humming along in perfect, serene synchrony. You are a river of cells, a symphony of renewal, a quiet, persistent miracle of flow. You are not what you were. You are becoming. And in that endless, gentle becoming, you can find a peace that is as deep and as constant as the silent work happening within you right now. Release the day. Release the old. There is nothing to hold on to and everything to welcome. You are and always will be brand new.
And now the day is done.
The world outside is quiet.
And it is time
To turn all of our awareness
inward to settle.
into the deepest peace that you carry within you. There is nothing for you to do now.
Nothing to figure out.
Nothing to hold on to.
Your only task
Is to listen.
and to let go, to trust.
In the gentle, intelligent work.
Of the body that knows how to care for itself.
So, if you are not already lying down,
Find a comfortable position now.
let your body be fully supported by the bed beneath you. Allow your arms and legs to grow heavy, sinking into the mattress. Release any need to hold yourself up. You are safe. You are supported. You can let go completely. Now, bring your attention to your breath.
Don't try to change it. Just notice it.
The cool air,
Flowing in through your nose,
the gentle expansion,
of your chest and belly.
and the soft, warm release.
As you exhale,
With each exhale,
feel yourself letting go.
just a little bit more, releasing the weight of the day, releasing any lingering thoughts. You are breathing out the old.
And breathing in the new. Now, as you continue to breathe,
Bring your awareness.
to the very surface of your body, to your skin,
Feel the gentle touch of the fabric.
against your arms,
Your legs, and note that beneath that surface, a quiet, constant renewal is happening,
old cells are being gently released,
like the softest dust.
and new cells are rising.
From the warm, dark layers below, your entire outer layer is being peacefully refreshed.
You are being given a new beginning. Let that feeling of refreshment
Wash over you now. Let your awareness drift deeper to the river of your blood. Picture it as a soft, glowing stream.
flowing through you,
With every beat of your heart, this peaceful river carries life,
to every part of you,
delivers oxygen and nutrients, and carries away what is no longer needed. And deep within your bones, the quiet marrow is continuously sending forth
new peaceful travelers,
to join this journey. Your river is always fresh.
always new.
You are being nourished
From the inside out, now bring your attention
to the very core of your being.
to your muscles,
Your organs feel a soft, heavy warmth.
spreading through them,
This is the feeling
of the night shift.
beginning its work. Imagine tiny peaceful lights.
flickering on in every cell.
These are the signals of repair, the gentle whispers that tell your body it is safe to heal. There is no rush. There is only this serene, patient work.
Mending, rebuilding, restoring.
Your body knows exactly what to do
Your only job is to rest.
and provide the peace for it to happen.
And now,
Let go of all awareness of the body. Let it fade into a soft, warm, humming glow. Bring the last of your attention to your mind,
watch your thoughts as if they are clouds.
drifting across a vast, quiet night sky. You don't have to follow them.
You don't have to hold on to them,
Simply watch them appear.
and then let them drift away on the gentle breeze of your breath.
With each exhale,
Release a thought,
release a worry.
release a sound.
There is nothing you need to think about right now.
Your mind can rest. You are, a beautiful living process.
A quiet flow of renewal. You are not what you were. You are brand new.
And in this moment,
All is well.
all is peaceful, all is healing. I will now release you.
Into the care of your own body and the quiet of the night. Trust in this peace. Surrender to this renewal.
Breathe in, peace.
Breathe out.
Release.
You are healing. You are whole.
You are at peace.